Hello and welcome to the 8075 Talk Show. My name is Luke. I'm recording this at 7:49 team sheet. I've just seen the team sheet for this afternoon, so I wanted to get this up and away. Two changes for the team that saw us frustratingly lose against Blackburn the other day. Deeney back in with Hannibal. I think Deeney and Hannibal really are going to be key this season. Hannibal really does put a fire under our midfield and makes people move. Blues, again, coming in off the loss against Blackburn, draw against Burnley, 2 wins from Hull and Bristol, loss against Borough, a draw from Sheffield United. And QPR on a decent run of form with 2 wins, both at home, Wigan and Cardiff, winning comprehensively 2-1 and 3-0 against Wigan and Cardiff. Luton losing to Luton 3-1 away. And then 1 win, Reading at home, 2-1, and 1 win, Sheffield United away, 1-0. I can see this being a good match, really can. I think this is going to be one of the hardest challenges Blues have faced so far this season against a very, 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 very top side QPR that are sitting in second. Blues are sitting 15th, but we have conceded the second least amount of goals in the season so far, so all we can do is keep an eye out and ready and waiting. Most predictions are saying that we're going to lose 2-1. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to put my money on. I'm going to say 2-1, but I'm going to say it's going to be for the Blues. Right, let's get into the match. I'll see you at half-time. Hello, and welcome back. We are now at half-time. Birmingham City 2, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Wow, was not expecting that. What a half. Just wow. First thing I'd like to say is it me or did the commentator of Sky Sports give us a compliment? Holy shit. Instantly you can see, putting Hannibal back on, what a difference it had made to that midfield. Running after every ball. It's funny to see him challenging on the left and literally a second later he's on the right. Early corner for Blues. Hannibal take. Goal for Blues. QPR headed the corner away, only to as far as Bielik, who was outside the box, who kind of miscued his kick. I think he was trying for another volley, but it kind of went on the outside of his boot and flicked over. Austin Trusty, with his back to the goal, I think he was flicking it towards goal for someone to get the head on, but the keeper didn't see it and it just went over his head, and Jesus Christ. Shortly after, early yellow card for Hannibal for a cheap foul close to the Blues box. QPR were not happy. They were going to throw the kitchen sink at us at this point. Chair takes a free kick straight down the middle. Ruddy, no chances, powers it over the bar. A corner for QPR. Interesting to say, QPR have scored the most goals from corners this season. A little bit of confusion in the Blues' defence at one point. Dean didn't clear a curling long ball, allowing Tyler Roberts to strike the ball, getting a deflected out for a corner, which Ruddy came to collect. Hannibal, great delivery from Hannibal on the left midfield. Deeney was just a little bit too far behind it to get to it. Blues were just surrounding QPR players in the midfield. Even the commentator at one point said, is the 2 Hannibals on the pitch. Blues playing some really nice, neat football. Clark Salter went down for QPR, which I thought was going to give QPR the world good. I thought he was doing it deliberately so they could regroup. Bielik with a very, very, very sloppy blind pass back to the back line. Lyndon Dykes first time shot. Ruddy, really good save. Clark Salter went down again, and then QPR made the first change, for Rob Dickey to come on to replace him. Another QPR player hit the deck. The assistant ref was giving him a bollocking, literally right next to the sidelines, telling him to get over the line so we could carry on. Roberts came off for Sinclair Armstrong in the 27th minute. 29th minute, Jesus, Deeney with his hold-up play was gorgeous. I'll get to that in a minute, but Longelo with a shot from just outside the box, rolls it past the QPR keeper to make it 2-0 to the boys in blue. Crowd went batshit. Before the goal, though, Deeney's play. Ball went long. Hogan flicked it onto Deeney. Deeney was surrounded by 2 or 3 players. Held the ball well. Great little footwork. Passed it to Hannibal. Hannibal's ball, he didn't really control it very well, and luckily it bounced off the ref, but because there was no one near him, the ref allowed to play on. Passed to Longelo, who was in acres of space. Took it a bit closer to the box. Made the QPR defender look absolutely second-rate. 2 of them put the ball in, through the legs of one, straight to the back of the net. Mwah, magnificent. What I love the most about that goal, it wasn't just a goal, it was the fact that you saw the what it meant to Deeney to score, like to see the ball go in. Shortly after that, Austin Trusty was shown a yellow for a shirt pull on Armstrong. Free kick was taken by Johansson. Wasn't far from the right post, but it was a deflection from Bielik, apparently. Free kick given to Blues shortly after for one of the most blatant pieces of handball I've ever seen. The guy literally was about a metre away from the ball. You saw his arm come out and literally scooped it back. Don't know why he did that. 3 minutes of added time. Not much of interest to happen in that point. What can I say apart from a really well played half of football? Every player's done their job well. Only a few sloppy nitpicks, like sloppy passing, a bit too much power on some other passes. But other than that, really nice football, really solid. I think in the second half, QPR are going to come and throw the kitchen sink at us. I would like to see one or two more goals, one or two, just to put it past them. My player of the half has to be Hannibal. He's been involved in absolutely everything. I wonder if I can actually... Yeah, there we go. I'm just going to mute this and have this playing in the background. Hopefully I don't get copyright striked for it. But what can I say? It's absolutely beautiful. There's the header. Bielik, he kind of scuffs it. Trusty, wasn't even looking, and it just goes in. The guy weren't even looking. And this is the Manny Longelo effort. Obviously, I haven't seen the pass build up, but he just flicks it onto his right, flicks it onto his left, boop, boff. You can see the disappointment of the QPR players, and you can see what it meant to Longelo. But again, I want to, if I could just point out Deeney there, just look at how much it means to Deeney to see the ball roll in the QPR net. In Birmingham, we are very, very deserving of our lead. The stats so far: possession, 43 to us, 56 to them. Total shots, 4 to us, 6 to them. 2 on target for both. Passing, our passing's been a little bit meh. Offsides, yeah, we've had more. Tackling, yeah, it's all kind of it's all in the middle of the park. There ain't much in between the two sides on the stats, but actually watching the game, we've had a very good half, and I can't wait to see that carry on. So I will see you all at the end of the match to see if I'm still in a good mood or not. We shall see. Well, we're back after the second half. Game's finished 2-0 to Birmingham City. I called it. QPR absolutely threw the kitchen sink at us, even had a penalty mixed in there. And still we walk away with all 3 points and a clean sheet to boot. Third sub straight after the kick-off, Luke Amos replaces Johansson. I will say Luke Amos made a massive change to QPR. They seemed more upbeat, getting forward a lot more. We really were trailing in that second half, a lot more defensive, but we were good, we were solid, we worked hard. Bielik went down early in the second half. Looked like a trailing leg hit his bad knee. Was shitting myself because I know how absolutely vital he is for our midfield. Dean with an absolute great challenge. Trusty lost his balance, going backwards, fell over, leaving Amos acres of space in our box. Harley Dean, sliding challenge, stopped the attack. Chong picked up the ball, halfway line, drove forward towards the tilt on the right. Low shot, keeper holds. Keeper clears. And then Dykes picks up the ball, halfway line, takes a long shot, but ball goes wide. There was a metric shit ton of space between our halfway line and the Blues defence. And it looked to me like Deeney spotted it, because as soon as I typed that out on my notes, he trotted back to the defence and gave him a bit of a talking to. Hannibal flew into another challenge. He got the ball, but he was very close to getting another yellow card. But because of the protest with the QPR players, Rob Dickey actually got the card. Before they even took the free kick, Hannibal was subbed off for Bakuna. You could tell on the face of Hannibal he didn't want to come off, but considering he was already on a yellow and the QPR lads seemed to be kind of targeted and making him frustrated with those, trying to make him make those really close, tight challenges. Yeah, I'm happy he got took off. Shortly after, Bielik was shown a yellow. He got the ball first. It wasn't a malicious challenge. There was nothing in it. Any other day, it wouldn't have been a card. St Andrews burst into a chorus of fuck the EFL. Shortly after that, some really sexy link-up play between Bakuna, Chong and Longelo. Throwing came in for Chong, who passed it to Bakuna. Bakuna completed the triangle move, passed it back to Longelo, who clipped a teasing cross into the box, went straight through, no one on the end of it. Hogan was dragged down for trying to break away by Leon Belugan, showed a yellow card. Free kick to the Blues. Bakuna, unfortunately, took it. The keeper held it. Bit of fisticuffs down the left-hand side by in between the halfway line and our box. Armstrong gave Hogan a little bit of push, forcing him into the side awnings. Longelo wasn't happy, and let's just say gave Armstrong a piece of his mind. Let's leave it as that. Sanderson with some great defending, shepherds the ball out well against Armstrong. Sanderson actually spent some time at QPR last season, so he knows what the kind of presence Armstrong shows. QPR really have come out in the second half, show why they are a quote-unquote top of the table side. Blues, we did well to frustrate them. We did well to kind of make them play it back to defenders or flick long balls, and we've got just as much a chance of getting long balls as they have. Chair was screaming handball as the ball gets booted off Collard's chest. Referee just points for a goal kick. Chong was absolutely taken out by Park. Didn't even get anywhere near the ball. Bakuna took the free kick, but it was too much for Trusty to get hold of. Bielik was dragged down, and there was a yellow card shown. I'm not sure who that was for. QPR were really given half chances. They were limited. They weren't given any other full chances. They were limited to half chances. Chair found himself a little pocket of space around 25 yards out. Ball goes straight to Ruddy's hands. Armstrong threw himself to the floor trying to get a penalty. Nothing given. QPR started to get a little bit desperate. And but I'm not going to. There was a penalty after that. But my first thing I typed was, how the fuck was that a penalty? Longelo, Sky Sports commentator said it was a high boot from Longelo. But looking at the replay, his boot was about 30 centimetres away from Ethan Liard's face. So I don't know what happened. Liard dropped to the floor and showed that if his footballing fails, he can always go into acting. Lyndon Dykes stepped up. I was crapping my pants. Chose power. Ruddy drops to the right and pushes the ball out, keeps QPR off the score sheet. Longelo shortly after showed a yellow card. It was actually said by, apparently, of course, from the commentator, from what I heard, it was Hannibal that told Ruddy which side to go. So there you go. Shortly after that, subs for both sides. Taylor Richards on for Sam Field, Deeney off for Lucas Jukovic, and Chong off for George Hall. Bakuna with a bouncing shot just outside the box. Ball was bouncing in front of him, and the shot just goes over the bar. There was a weird one. I did actually see what happened initially. Armstrong hit the deck and he was holding his head. Sanderson looked really worried, so he was telling everyone to put the ball out. On looking at it, Armstrong completely miskicked the ball, ended up on his arse. Sanderson was at the same time trying to slide in to stop it. Sanderson got up, tried to clear it, and ended up catching Armstrong in the face with his studs. QPR got a free kick 30 yards out after a foul on Taylor Richards. Chair to take. Nothing happened from it, obviously. 87th minute sub from Blues. Scott Hogan off for Jordan James. 6 minutes added on, and in those 6 minutes, they basically just booted the ball in our box, and we just told them to go fuck themselves. Well, I said it at the start of the video. I said it before the match, 2-1, and I've never been more happy to be wrong. I'm even more happy with the 3 points of the clean sheet. Very well played from the Blues, made QPR very frustrated. Every lad worked hard. I think the QPR players really didn't expect to work that hard, and I think the two emergency subs they made in the first half really fucked them, to be honest. If I had to put my man of the match, I would go with the American Austin Trusty. Great defending, brilliant play, smart football, didn't bottle it under pressure that he was put on in the second half. But to be fair, he's been solid for us all season. And with that win, that puts us to 11th in the bloody league. Is it too soon to start dreaming? Is it? Am I wrong? You lot tell me. I'm looking forward to our next game against Millwall. Millwall are 6th in the league, and if history shows us anything, we do well against sides that are flying higher than us. It's when we play Huddersfield and bottle it, because it's typical Blues. But let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Great goals, great team. Looking forward to seeing what happens on Wednesday. Can't wait to get you the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Keep right on. Enjoy your weekend, everyone.